G'day everybody, it's Max, and this is 2 Point Museum, you betcha. And we are on our way back to the OG, people. That's right, we're going back to the Mile, the original museum. It is sitting at a lowly 2 stars and barely 2 stars at that. And of course, we're with all the other museums now sitting at their completion 5 stars. Now, yes, there are 2 more stars you can give to it, and those are just expansions of the original, but the storylines are all done in those. It's time to come back to the OG experience. Now, we have a lot of work to do here, people. You know, it was early in the game. There wasn't such thing as thievery. There was lots of organic growing and stuff like that. Unfortunately, we got to fix all that. I got no problem with the organic growing experience, but it makes for a really hard time to expand any part of the museum. At the same time, the entrance is just wide open to thievery, right? I mean, literally, these guys can just run out the big front door and, wave to me as they're going by, right? There's an old song for you. So with that, we've got a lot of fixing up. We're going to have to do a major renovation before we even get started on expansion, and a lot of cleanup, the whole 9 yards. So yeah, we're gonna have a few episodes of trying to put this one together. Before we get started, of course, big thanks to recent subscribers. Their names are going at the bottom of the screen. Of course, all subscribers, and even those that are just watching the series, I'm enjoying it very much. I hope you are too. And I want to thank you all for hanging out and doing the things. So the Mile, the OG experience, let's get to it. Okay, people, it's the OG. That's right, it's Memento Mile, and we've been leaving this alone for some time. We've gone through and we've upgraded every single thing to 5 stars. And they're even trying to add some stars onto the side of these pictures, but I'm just ignoring those for now, as the OG museum, that's right, the Mile, needs some love and attention. It barely got to 2 stars, and then I went off and did all the other museums, finished their storylines, and now it's time to come back to the OG map and see what we can do with it. So let's go on in there. Let's have a quick look around. Let's see what we've got going on with the sayings and the things. I don't think we're going to get a cutscene out of this because usually that's, kind of done after you get a level and the thing. So I got to kind of look at what we got going on and then make some decisions. All right. Well, at least we're going to get the blurb here from the Department of Culture. The culture is thrilled with your progress, even if they may not always admit it. What, Tarquin? Tarquin actually admits something I'm doing is okay? He will never do that. But to receive a 3-star rating, you'll need to display an entirely new level of expertise. There's an opportunity to demonstrate that if you can curate the museum at its highest level. Develop your prehistory collection to show that you can master a theme. All right. The abandoned offices nearby, by the way, have become available. Complete its plot objective to expand the museum if you need more space. Well, let's actually have a look at that. So we actually own this plot. It was actually part of the whole 12-step program, I guess, for that you needed to do. And all I did was temporarily stick a junk building out here to get it past the checkpoint. Let's see what's going on over here. So you need a quarterly profit of over $4,000. Wow. How much are we doing? Well, we're doing more than that, actually. Display exhibits from 4 different themes. Well, that's not that hard either. I don't even know what the 3rd theme is, to be honest. I guess snow theme? Maybe that's the 3rd theme? Like, that's all prehistory. This is all prehistory, too. Like, it's not like this isn't prehistory. All of this is prehistory. So that's the 1st theme. Now, obviously, botany is theme number 2. So this is the 2nd theme. We're going to tear this all apart, people. This is this is going, okay? Now, don't get me wrong. I love the organic feel of this museum. Love it, right? Unfortunately, the criminal activity part unfortunately destroys this museum setup. You've got to have security scanners, you've got to have cameras, you've got to have a way to control the flow of people coming in and out of the museum. This open concept where, they've got entrances all over the place, blah, 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 blah. unfortunately, none of that going to fly, right? Oh, okay. So interactive display, general. Maybe that's what the third theme is at the moment. But anyway, I mean, it's not that hard. All I got to do is just go and pick up a. Um, like maybe the UFO saucer or something like that, slap it in. That would be the start of a fourth theme. And we're making over $4,000 quarterly. So, I mean, I just made $5,000 that month. So we're all right. So I'm not too worried about base expansions. That can come pretty easy. But just to get back to my point, yeah, I mean, the thing is, this is very organically grown, and I do really enjoy organically grown bases. Unfortunately, organically grown does not mean secure bases. So we are going to have to do a huge cleanup, like a really big cleanup on this. Like I'm going to have to do something with this right away, right? I'm going to have to temporarily put in a temporary security entrance here to stop people from, to stop thieves and such from being able to get through this area. I may actually move the helipad out of where it is and maybe try to put it over here somewhere. Let me see. Where is the edging on this? So there's the edging. The helipad I might be able to fit over here temporarily, just to put it somewhere. I could also take this junk building out. I could extend this and then put in some kind of temporary helipad thing over here. But that does put it close to an escape exit, right? So obviously subway entrances are bad for us because that's where thieves are going to try to make their way out, right? So there's one there. There's this one right here, which of course is where they're going to go when they come this way. Over here, I think, yeah, that's where it is up over there. So there's like the three ways that they're going to escape. And we're going to want to keep that flow to a certain degree, going in a certain direction. So I got a bunch of work to do here, people. The music has stopped playing. Well, that's because there's things to be done here, and I'm going to do a major renovation. We're going to do a major renovation, and then we'll chit chat about it and see where we go from there, I guess. All right. So with that, here is the original picture of the museum, I guess, and we'll bring it back. We'll bring it back once I have spent an uberous amount of time trying to turn it into something better. I'll see you shortly. Okay, people. So I know it doesn't look like much has changed, and that's okay. The first thing we wanted to do was secure the museum. Maybe make it a little easier to have people flow through what we currently have and start stashing up some cash while replacing some of the older material. So you'll notice the entrance is now more secure in general, right? So they have to buy their tickets, then go through in this case, I'm using a small T-shape security method, as we've been using T's in the eyes. Now, is it the best? No, but for the space I currently have, without making too much mess, it's going to work just fine for us at the moment. Added a couple extra booths. Turns out I have way too many staff on this map. Like, you can tell the big difference from all the stuff in all the maps now to all the options we have. Like, when we first started this map, we had very few options. Like, we got a pair of glasses, but most people were into rapid restoration. Well, okay, that's great, except rapid restoration doesn't really help you a whole lot. It takes up a spot which I could use for other things, like, survey skills, right? We like that. We know so much more nowadays than we do currently, right? Turns out we have 10 security guards here, and at the time it was because I think we were just starting into thievery. We were placing guards all over the place. Still wasn't working really well for us, but we now have options, right? So we're going to put all these available people, right? That's crazy talk. So we're going to let them get some jobs. The backside, I've taken the entrance out here behind the cold area, and I've now put in like a mini maze. I couldn't fit in I currently couldn't fit in a wall scanner, so with an employee door only and a security guard in here, it's not the best security by far, but it's better than nothing. And we'll hope that we at least keep attempted thievery down to a minimum, especially now that we're playing on the 2.0 update, and thieves do have a harder time getting away. Right? I'm actually sending out missions to the very first map. So if we go to the world map, of course, one of the things we're doing is we're going to start pumping through these missions to bring in the higher quality stuff, right? So we're going to take all this stuff up to pristine now, right? None of this dealing with epic stuff. We're going to pump this stuff right out using survey scanners and get it up all in there so as we can get higher quality stuff. That means I got to have janitors ready to go with survey scanners because that's what we're doing, people. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we have to cover. If we're going to make this the museum of all things, well, that means you need all the things, all this. Whoa, that's different. Okay. If you hover over it for 5 seconds, it tells you how much humidity area it is. Oh, isn't that nifty? All right. Well, there you go. Something you learn all the time, people, all the time. So we've got the people up and running, and we're just gonna play on. We're just gonna play on. I'm gonna store up some cash. I have been playing with the outside tools, so this has actually changed back here. What I've done is I've leveled this up some. One of the things I will be doing is I will be extending the museum back into this area. Now, what I really like to do is I would like to take this tree area here, which I've actually fancied up. I took there was a bunch of trees down here and some stuff, and I actually moved it all up into here instead of deleting it. And what I'd like to do is make this an indoor-outdoor garden. I plan to have 2 or 3 of those. One of them, of course, will be for one of those would be for all the Wastelandian stuff, right? We'll go grab some of their stuff, we'll bring it over, we'll put it outside. Of course, we'd like to have several of these areas where it's just outdoors and people can walk outdoors to go to different parts of the museum. I think that would be really awesome. So that's we're gonna buy this. I don't know if we'll buy this land over here. I'd like to. My plan is to kind of expand the museum out in both directions. And again, some of this stuff is really big, right? Like the Wastelandian stuff it takes up a lot of room, right? May have to go back here towards the fountain and the lake, right? I think that's kind of appropriate for it. But that's definitely a few episodes down the road, right? The construction zone, of course, pretty blank. We would have to actually try and fix some of this wall stuff up once I own the land, delete some of these walls, and move some of the trees around, maybe make a second outdoorsy area where people walk between. And yeah, I think it's going to start coming together, people. I think it will start coming together. But I'm going to let this run for a bit. We're going to try and pick up some really nice items here. Let's see what we get in the crate. Is it any good? I've gone through the staff, too. I'll talk about that in a second. Yes, there we go. Pristine! It's time to start hauling in the pristine stuff, baby. None of this great or average material. Not anymore. No, sir. We're pulling in the good stuff now. You betcha. It's time to make it all shine nice and pretty. Pretty-like. Let's talk about the staff. Of course, what we're looking for now versus what at the beginning of the game is totally different, right? We do have a couple of people with photographic memory. So we have Gordon here. As you know, Gordon, I think, was just on mission there, and we're going to level him up. Of course, Mezzo here has survey skill. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I do wish it was Gordon who had it to go along with his photographic memory, but we can always fix that. We'll level Gordo up here, and we'll slam in a few goggles on him, right? And that will take care of that. And then, mum's the word. I'm also going to start trying to hire several of the other experts. If nothing else, just to send them on missions. We'll probably try to get in a couple more helicopter pads. So at least we have like one person being leveled up from each of the categories. That's a bit of a future project itself. Another person that's here, was it Rosie? No, it wasn't Rosie. That's loyal. Rubbish. I thought I had one more. Oh, yes, I do. There it is. Carney. Carney here is also photographic memory. And, unfortunately has the rapid restoration. Ugh. Absolutely almost useless out there in the exploratory world. But we'll see what happens, and, we'll go with that. We have a couple of assistants that are actually half decent. Pookie being one of them, has photographic memory. At least they have a few pilot wings here. Of course, another thing we'll want to do is, if we go to training menu, we're also going to want to put some aerodynamics on some of these, right? Because we know that pilot wings and aerodynamics, Happy Thoughts is a big one, right? And we do know, I think there's one instance where customer service comes into play. But I might try to level up somebody else to handle that kind of stuff, right? So we do know Pilot Wings, Aerodynamics, and Happy Thoughts are big players in the map. And, of course, we're going to try to push that onward. Janitors, of course, will be... at least I have one guy with fire resistance here. Hey, Dickie. Dickie's going to handle the fire resistance for the time being. True, we do have a couple with pilot wings, and I do have a couple people here at least have workshop ones so we can get them workshopping. Lucy here has nothing in it, and I'm going to hold on to her for the time being. We'll make that work. Security guards, 10. We got way too many, of course. We overpopulated with the start of the whole thing. But there's still a couple really good people on here, and we're going to try to level them up. We got aerodynamics here on Stella, for example, and on Carl. So we may be able to actually, play a little shuffle award here and level some of these guys up too. We'll, of course, be a little more careful on who we future hire. We can take the time to be somewhat picky because, I'm going to want certain people doing certain things. Okay, so with that, I'm going to let this run for a while. I'm going to send people out on missions. I may actually do a few upgrades before I bring it back. The donation stands, right? We're going to probably ditch those so we can put in the big donation stands. Time to have people donating on the big scale, right? And it's a little less tedious for all my people to keep emptying out cans, instead of trying to deal with these little dishes. All right, with that, you're seeing the museum run. It's totally not broken. And we have a little more security, a little more going on. Oh, look at that. See? Did you see that? What happened there? Okay, I thought I seen a thief going on there, but, the little white cloud of smoke. I thought, someone's trying to steal something. But anyway, we'll keep an eye on things. We'll run some guys around here for a while. And, yeah, hopefully, the next time you see things, we'll be in decent shape. I expect to be in decent shape. Yikes. Hopefully, we'll get this level 8. We'll get more exhibit quality out of this. This should be really good. So with that, yeah, we're just gonna keep pushing on, people, and the next time we come back, we'll probably start to see the expansion of the museum out for the future planning of it. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to buy the design of it, but then just wall it off to keep it under control for the time being. Okay, I'll see you soon. Okay, so we're back, and some time has passed. We're about to reach all the check marks here on the list, and I thought I would bring you back in case I accidentally hit one of these. Sure. So, it doesn't look very different. Max, what have you been doing all this time? I mean, yeah, okay, you got some more money, but, for the amount of time passed, that should be like $1.5 million. What are you doing? Well, it turns out, if you come in just a little bit closer... Oh, look! Mr. Footprint is a pristine, wonderful exhibit. Oh, yeah, that's a thing. But not just him. No. Every single exhibit is pristine and fully light-bulbed, people. That's right. And I mean all of them. All pristine. Hey, look, we even found a new guy. And we made him pristine with all his bubbles. That's right. Pristine. Pristine. You know it. Yeah, well now, this guy's missing his bonus because he wants to be beside some dinosaur thing, blah, blah, blah. And so does this, but that's not happening right now. But yes, the frozen zone. Pristine. The plants. Pristine. You name it. Everything. Pristine. And that's not all, people. No, that's not all. If I open the inventory, boom, baby, we got pristine all over the place. Now, I did put I'm still recycling some of the other ones here. I even got new stuff that I haven't even put down on the floor yet. Pristine. Caveman stuff. Pristine. All this stuff. Pristine. Yeah, that's a thing. That is a thing. So, we're going to try and put a few of these down just to see if we can get this to pop off at 24 and complete this checklist. Now, one of the things I picked up while hunting down a bunch of pristine exhibits is... Where's it at? I'm pretty sure I didn't recycle it. Yeah, the Ancient Altar. Now, this thing is not going to work here, all right? But the Ancient Altar is going to be a fourth exhibit, all right? It's a space exhibit. So we're going to put this thing down, and what I should be able to buy the land next door, right? So this thing isn't going to be activated. It is pristine, but I obviously need to have a circle, and I need to have the little whirly top game that they like. It also wants to be in a cold climate, but this is only going to be temporary. So we're gonna plunge that down here for a second. You'll notice that we're already up to the top of 22. I'm going to take Mr. Plant here and move him to the side for a second. We're going to take this and just move him up here so I can plop some more of this down, right? Okay, so we do have some stone exhibits, like we have the new proton computer. Yeah, the proton computer, people. That's awesome. And we also have what else do we got? We got two of the Rock Lounge. I actually need one more, but we'll put that there. That's 23 3/4. So if we come down here, we also have the stone stereo. Yeah, that's a thing. The stone stereo. Boom, baby. There we go. That gives us 3 stars. With the cave floor, the prehistory partition, ice panels, and the blue cave. Wow, the blue cave. That sounds pretty good. What do you got to say, Tarquin? The county hasn't seen this such of assortment of ancient artifacts since prehistoric times. Or possibly the car boot sale in Smogleys Industrial Park. We'll have to check. The car boot sale. You gotta love the English humor on that. I do enjoy it. Okay, so we're gonna hit the continue.
Some positive news now. Excellent. As the 2 Point Museum is receiving rare rave reviews, with new leadership providing more stability and less running away. Asked for comment by 2 Point Radio, a recent guest had this to say. It's great. There's all sorts of stuff. It looks pretty much like a museum. I'm sure they'll be using that particular quote in promotional materials soon, if they're not already.
Okay, that's awesome sauce, right? The county wants its flagship museum to be the Monument of Enlightenment, sure to amuse any and everyone. Variety is the spice of life, people. It's worth the price of admission. Okay. Prove you can make success of a large, diverse museum to receive a 4-star rating. The test will be to blah blah the breadth of your collection. Okay. So obviously, big buzz they want. Display exhibits from 12 different subcategories. Holy smokes. 5 guests with 115 knowledge, that will be easy, and quarterly profit of over 7,500, not even worried about it. But this should now also allow me, really, you're going to give me, I got 4 different themes. What do you want from me? Come on, I got the Space Museum guy out there, like, he's Space Museum doing something. Anyway, nevertheless, we're actually going to pull some of these back. I don't want them to be out here right now. Obviously, this needs to be fixed because obviously it's not a cold climate, so it wouldn't be working anyway. Sure. And we'll just put it in the inventory since it doesn't seem to be working for my my themes. Expeditions to any of your maps from all your museums to expand the museum's selection of themes. I guess I actually got to go pull something from another part of the map. Well, I mean, that's fine. That's okay. So plan is I've got everything. I got as much pristine basically, and in fact these guys are going out just to do a run because I think one of the 3 stone pieces I had here has like a 2 light bulb, and I only got 1 light bulb on it. So they're just out there at 100 days a pop, people, and very expensive, which is why I'm low on money. Is the reason why I haven't got the funds that I should have at this juncture. They're running all the way down here at very big cost. But yeah, all these have been pristined out. I think most of them have been done. I think there might be no, we got that one. Yeah, that's fine. Pristined out they are. And of course, this is all good. The museum is rocking. But there's still more plans to go, people. Renovation is coming up. In fact, let's to end this one, I think we should do something over here just to show you what's going to happen. So let's go to here, go to here, go to here, and look at that. That is dirt, people. I think I'm allowed to up to there. Am I not allowed? No, I'm not allowed into that space. Darn it. Well, that's fine, I guess. We can cut that back. Yeah, that's really nice. Let's try the walkways. All right, so this is the pathway up here. If we run that pathway straight over to here and then up one, and then no, I have to run it up 2 to do it. That's kind of too bad. Here, I think we'll run this this natural brick way anyway. No. Well, I'll fix that here in a second. Yeah, I've actually been playing a whole lot with a lot of this exterior stuff, which is actually pretty cool. The ability to actually plan out grass and all that stuff. Really, yeah. Sometimes you really got to cut this in really close to get the grass to hide away. Then you gotta replace it with what you just took out. So I gotta put this now back in. And see, now that grass is gone. Sure, he says. But we're going to keep transplanting this down and around anyway. This is going to get all covered, I would think. So my plan here is to actually take the museum. Like I said, I'd like to take this piece here, these trees and these benches and stuff, and make it a permanent fixture of the museum. So we're going to surround them. We're going to surround it with walls. As you can see, there's the border above on the other side. We're going to surround this with walls so as you can walk through the museum into this park. I think would be a really nice, cool addition. I'm going to put a helicopter pad over here somewhere. Not sure if I'm going to put it in the middle of the museum or like at the top. This one, I think I will. I might play around with it a little bit. Depends on what I do with this side. But I got to get this side opened up because, of course, that's a thing. So I guess that's about how we're going to run this one, people. If I just take this dirt here and we just kind of run it along here a little bit. And right up to there, maybe. And then we'll just kind of run a little bit of it up here. Oh, really? All right. What I gotta do is I gotta take the pathway and put it up here. That's fine. So now if we go this way a little bit, sure. And then we run the dirt right over to here. This is where, like I said, we'll be bringing the building over to here, surrounding this anyway. I'm not sure if I would leave that row of trees there or not. Obviously, in preparation for this, I'd taken out a row of trees here and a row of trees here because I didn't want to sell them off, and I've put them up here as kind of just a quick decor. But Yeah, I might try just keep them trees there. I mean, they're not hurting anything, so why not? So if we go to here and then we come down like this will add the border in that we're missing here at the moment. So if we come right down there like that, this in here will be disappearing, so we can probably just go straight terrain, go straight for grass, and then just do this. Is that the lighter one or is it the darker one? Do we want that one? Yeah, I guess we want this one. So we'll just replant. We'll replant. Yeah, that's fine. We're just replanting. Everything is fine. I do want to stop right about there though. And as for up here, we'll do it this way. Okay, so that covers that all up, and then we'll just take this over here to the corner like that. So if the building's covering a lot of this, then the outside edge is all you'll see anyway, and what we want to do is we would take this path here, and we can just temporarily do this. Now, I've played around with some of the cobblestone as well already, and I'll probably straighten out some of that, like some of this in here. I'll start cleaning this up. At the same time, just to have this all on side. And yes, I will run off to one of the other maps and grab a thing for this. And what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to run off and do a pair. Now, let me show you why. So if we go to the world map, this expedition here requires you to have this requires a supernatural expert, but I know another one of these. This one up here, is it? Botany expert. No, that's fine. Where did that one go? Prehistory, 2 assistants, janitor, prehistory. Don't know where it went. Anyway, one of these guys wants a pair, right? Anyway, that's fine. The other thing is that obviously the botany exhibits require, if you don't have a watering system, you do spend a lot of time doing watering with them with your staff. And I don't want to keep hiring staff for more botany. Again, botany, my pain, right? So what we're probably going to do is I will probably run over. I will make a Munch-O-Matic 3, and I'll probably get a watering. Where is the watering? There it is, the sprinkler pump 3. And of course you got to have, you got to have the appropriate people to take care of this stuff. So you got to have the science guys in to do that. And we'll get the science guys in. They'll make me these 2 items. I'll get my pairs, and then I can mulch them up. The ghillie suit. That's why I needed it. I don't know what map it's on though. Because one of the things I need is the plant camouflage suit for one of those maps out there, and you need mulch, right? Which we don't have. Obviously, we have steel and gears because I needed drills, and to have drills, you got to go get some stuff, right? But that's what these maps. That's what these are out here. One of them, I think, is a drill somewhere. So this needed a drill, and this one here needed a drill, which is checked and won't let me choose it anymore, but that's fine. So these 2 needed drills, so I needed the steel, so we had to go off to that map. And we'll be going back to Bungle to go get a mulcher and stuff, and that's what I'll do with that. Now, so what do we got coming up for the next episode, Max? Well, on the next episode, expansion time. What I'd like to do is I'd like to do some on-camera live expansion. To actually start expanding this out into main corridors. So prehistory has a big influence on a lot of stuff. And so, for example, this frozen guy here, well, he wants to be beside dinosaur bones, right? Which means he needs to get closer to prehistory. This here, same deal. This guy, and almost every single one of these plants you pick up, they're all the same. These buffoons. He wants to be near Mr. Dinosaur Lizard, prehistory exhibit, right? He wants to be near this guy. So that means if your prehistory's kind of in the center, your botany's got to be close to it somewhere so I can get the bonus on this guy. But it's on the other side of it, it's got to have your frozen area because of Mr. Snowy Owl here, who wants to be close to whatever he's doing, right? And then, of course, we also have that frozen alien exhibit, which now requires me to make sure that the alien stuff comes after the snow cold biome stuff, right? So there is a kind of a pattern of ways to work this stuff out, and we're going to try to do the best I can to put a museum together that's going to accomplish all that as I pull all my hair out. But yes, we are now at very much pristine-ish stuff, and going forward, offline, I will be pushing to get items that are pristine. Just slamming out the survey scanners. Now, obviously, if I go into a map and MIA is everywhere, I have to do it the really hard way without a survey scanner, right? And that's okay. It's just those ones will take even longer than you want them to. But all in here, all pristine, light bulbed up, which is all really cool. And, so that is why we've gone from like $1,500 a month to between $8,000 and $15,000 a month now. We're getting lots of full coin receptacles. We got the store running up and pumping pretty good. Even the cafeteria is running really well. So I think, when we do the redesign of this and start working expansion out, we're going to have a lot of fun, people. That's what it is. But 3 stars, that's cool. It's starting to get somewhere. Of course, the redesign, the renovation, is starting to take place. First thing we did, though, is we actually just brought all the items up to pristine quality because so many of our other museums are running pristine stuff. Now this one is as well, and we've got it secured. We've got it secured really well. I've only had one escapee, and by golly, he was very lucky. He was really lucky. Everybody else been caught. Boogeymen caught. We're catching them all over the place, people. There's none of this, getting away with stuff anymore. Big thanks to recent subscribers and all viewers that are all watching the series. I appreciate that very much, and I will see you all on the next one. Take care.